Welcome back, Saints Nation. We are here for week 3 of your NACE Premier Varsity Super Conference for Valorant. I am Wyatt, Swag Studios Rapson, joined with you on the desk yet again by Theo, the Holy Juan. How are we feeling? We're here again, week 3. I mean, it's been you and me, the daring duo on Valorant, the entire conference so far. How has it been so far?
I mean, it's been an exciting watch from big leads to big throws to big victories for the Saints. They're 2-0 on the season. They're going to be going up against West Virginia University, who are 0-2 on the season. So, Saints off to a great start. West Virginia, a bit of a slow start. Saints definitely don't want to change anything. Everything's been going well for them so far. West Virginia, though, trying to pull off the upset and beat a team they haven't had much success against.
Indeed, and I think the upset is in their hands. It's something that they want to play, and it's something that they would like to achieve today. Something that will also help them in that fact is doing a bit of my research behind the teams and how they came to be this semester and this year. Is they have picked up 2 team members from Winthrop, which is another big team for Valorant, which I'm going to be very excited to see. I believe the 2 are, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, Onyx and Duck is one of them as well. Duck is one of the ones that I'm expecting to see and shine really well. I think it's going to be really fun and really exciting to see. But we've seen the Saints shine throughout all 3 weeks. They had great competition so far, but it's still early into the conference. We're not getting into those high tier games yet, but my language. Let's look at the players. Let's see who we have for today on the roster. Ladies and gentlemen, your Saints varsity team is going to be Instinct, Tillo, Truth, Chillin, and the man himself, Fair, to finish it off. Theo, I think it's been the same 5 boys we've seen all of 3 weeks. How are you feeling about this roster?
I mean, feeling good. It looks like they got better from week 1 to week 2, and I definitely expect them to get better going into week 3. A very strong lineup, playing basically off a Fair, who's kind of been their big duelist playmaker, and the rest of the team has been able to gel well with one another. Obviously, some new players coming in like Fair, and getting into the team very, very well. They seem to have a smooth entrance, but for West Virginia University, their new players haven't had such a smooth entry. 0-2 to start the season. What do you think is the reason for that?
It's probably just taking time to, as you put it, gel together. Like the Saints have done that beautifully, and it goes to show they're 2-0 so far in the league. But then we look at Winthrop; they are 0-2. They are the exact mirror of the Saints right now as far as it goes in the NACE league. So maybe they've been trying to gel together, and it just hasn't clicked for them yet. Maybe they need a couple more games. Maybe they need a little bit more practice, some more time, some more communication to get together to face off in this league and to shine how they want to. But as far as it goes for results, it hasn't been showing for them.
Yeah, unfortunately, it has not, but they will look to turn things around. Definitely expecting a bit of a close series today, but Saints have been looking very, very strong as of late. You can see they're getting ready for the game, making sure they get their nutrients and you get some snacks going there. Players seem very, very happy. You spoke to them before the game. How are they feeling?
I mean, I can just tell you right now, from looking at Instinct, he's got his ceremonial blueberry or banana muffin getting down his digestion system right now. So I think he's going to be ready for this game, in my opinion. I think all the boys are going to be ready. All of them have been warming up. All of them have been working together. And we've seen so many of them shine individually throughout the entire couple of weeks. We've seen everybody pop off so far and everybody play together. One that I also like to highlight is Instinct's Clove. I think it's a very aggressive and a very advanced or a very, very beneficial clove to their kind of style that they like to play in games, especially on maps like Lotus, which definitely works for them, which is what I hear is going to be our first map. What do you think about that?
Well, we saw it last week, and you said Instinct was kind of the player that the team followed. He had an absolutely amazing performance, dropping 20 plus kills, having like a 2 KD. It was a great performance from Instinct and the rest of the team. And Saints, their big strong suit from what we've seen so far has been their attacking play on offense, especially on maps where there are 3 bomb sites. It seems like they make the game so easy. They're able to infiltrate any type of a defense. So, we definitely know what to expect from the Saints on attack, but defense has kind of been a bit shaky here and there. We've seen them throw away some big leads on the defensive half. So, what do you think they need to do on defense today to make sure they don't give away too many rounds?
I would say just play a little more reserved. I mean, I don't want to say anything, but these are Valorant players. Everybody loves to in Valorant shine off and try and get that ace kill. That is the oh so grateful thing that we all want to get in our Valorant games. And I think that's what all the boys want to strive for, is they want to strive to pop off. They want to strive to show that they can be the best that they can. And they want to strive to show that they can win the entire NACE conference. And that's what they've been doing. But when you mention their defense, they've been lacking a little bit, I think, because they've been a little over-aggressive. And I feel like that's deja vu, because you and me have been up here before talking about Rocket League, and it's been the exact same thing. I don't know if it's a Saints thing, but it seems that both Valorant and Rocket League, whatever it may be, the Saints love to be aggressive. They love to take charge. They love to be at the front of the line, and they love to apply pressure to their enemies to see how they can crack and how they can mold around whatever it is they throw at them.
Yeah, I must agree with you, Saints. A very, very aggressive team. And, you know, against teams that maybe don't do as much pregame preparation and aren't as ready for it, it works amazingly. The Saints, with absolutely no problem, can just run over their opponents. But we can see when they get slowed down, they lose a round or two. That aggressiveness can come back to bite them. So it's going to be interesting to see. I definitely don't expect the Saints to slow down. We saw them last time on this map. Offense or defense, they're pushing in there. They're trying to get kills. They're trying to end these rounds very quickly. But I think Saints are going to be very happy with the first pick, Lotus here.
Indeed. And ladies and gentlemen at home, I think me and Theo have given you enough of an earful on the desk. We will be sending it off to a quick break, but when we are back, we will see the Saints versus West Virginia University on Lotus, and we will catch you all in a minute. We are back, Saints Nation. I hope you were able to grab some lovely snacks and some great drinks in that little break. But now I can hear it in the air. I can feel it. We're getting into our first map, Lotus, for Valorant of the day. And we talked a little bit about it. We talked a little bit about the expectation that Saints have loved this. They love to play that aggressive clove on instinct in this map. And overall, it's been a great success so far to them. And I also hear that we're going to be getting to some agent picks and possibly get to see what we have on both sides of the coin. What will Western University pick and what will our Saints pick? We're going to see that in just a moment. But Theo, any ideas as we're going to see them now? Let's see what we've got on the board. I mean, right now, sticking out to me as obvious as day is instinct on that clove. We got truth on that vise, which is also something that I'm noticing. But anything you see on the side of West Virginia?
I mean, it's definitely interesting. They have that Teho, and they also have a Yoru as their choice of a duelist. Some maybe not very standard picks here. Could you maybe explain the reasoning for some of these picks?
I mean, the Tejo, obviously, newer agent to the game, so you're going to want to use them. You're going to want to abuse them as much as you can because not everybody has figured out how to work around that agent yet. And you also mentioned the Yoru. Yoru is, overall, in my opinion, just a great duelist when you know how to use them. There are certain duelists that have a great, like, starting out for beginner characters, such as that Reyna or such as that Raze, which you can pick up instantly and know how to play. But when you're playing someone like a Yoru, or better yet, not even a duelist, a controller like Astra, you need to play them a lot to actually know how to use them. And we'll see in map if Dinks actually knows how to utilize that Yoru with the rest of their team. And another one that I'm noticing right now is A77, that Viper, an agent that I know has notoriously been debuffed and nerfed in past patches and hasn't been played on Lotus a lot. I've seen in the competitive scene. So it's going to be very interesting to see how West Virginia University decide to play that. But we're getting into map now. We're getting into the game. St. Clair Saints versus West Virginia University. I hope you are ready at home, ladies and gentlemen. Let's pop into it and let's see who will take the pistol round.
Yeah, pistol round has been so important for the Saints here. Usually if they can start off hot and win the pistol round, they tend to keep streaking, keep moving forward. And I believe it's going to be Saints on the red side attacking first here as it's going to be a slow start to the round. No kills coming through yet. A bit of damage onto that Omen, taken down very low, but everyone else relatively healthy. It looks like the Saints are gonna group up and go for a C push here as it's only the Omen playing the defense there.
Yeah, it looks like we're playing a little more aggressive on A as now Saints are starting to move towards this C site. Excite is holding this angle right now, and Tillo is on the other end with Dinks also to support them. It looks like they're moving towards A. They're caught in this unless they decide to go towards B, which it looks like they do, and it looks like Tillo is caught now. Dinks, now he's got to move back. He's got to put down his TP as well. Gate crash is now out. Now it looks like Saints are going to revert back to A, as it looks like West Virginia are going to be huddling in towards this B for a little bit more of a defensive position. Fair finds the first pick onto Dinks, taking him out of the game now. Instinct to answer back with another one on Excite, and Inox finds one, finds two, looking to find a third, but Fair is there to jump right in his way and take him down.
And a 3-on-2 situation here for the Saints. Nice nade there, low health bars here for the side of West Virginia. Pillow gets the plant down. Saints have the numbers here, both members from WVU right next to one another as A77 gonna go for the wide swing. Uchi is gonna jump up. Tillo has to be careful. Is on low HP. Does get taken down. Does land one shot. A77 will fall down. Now 8 HP left on this Omen. It's gonna be very hard to win this round. Pops the fake. Will the Saints fall for it? Fair. Nice 4K there with the raise. Gets the right click for the round win, and Saints gonna be able to take the first round home.
I love how Saints played the beginning of that. They didn't decide to choose one situation, one site at the start. They opted to explore their options elsewhere and around the entire map, trying to figure out where the weak points were exactly in West Virginia's defense. And they spotted it out. It was on that A into B. They decided not to go towards that A and luckily going towards B, which was their weak spot.
And now something interesting. I don't really see the Saints buying up too much. We're gonna see a Spectre here bought for a couple members of Bulldog. So it looks like Saints will be buying up some guns here and there. And let's see if Clair can get the opening pick. He's going to get taken down by the pistol of the Omen. But here's Tillo. He didn't buy up. Gets the ghost from last round. Picks up a frag on the other side of the map. You could see West Virginia really stacking on this A site. And Saints aren't punishing this C site solo player. Looks like they're going to be rotating over again. So West Virginia kind of having the Saints a number here, knowing where they're going to go, but still a lot to do to win the round. Tillo on 1 HP will be going down here, but Instinct finds a trade in this C site. They're going to walk in. They're going to get this plant down. They have a great position for the post plant 3-on-3.
Yep, Chillin's going to drop the spike now, and now that St. Clair have the site is going to be a retake for West Virginia. Looks like Instinct's going to try to take out Dinks, but barely misses him, and now he's got to back up and smoke it off as well. And this double controller comp has been working beautifully out for Saints so far, allowing Instinct to play so aggressively and so up front. Now, looks like Excite might drop some Tejo utility, might drop the missiles to try and get anybody out of some precarious situations or angles, but Instinct is going to answer to one, taking out A77 on the flank. Now it's all up to Excite, and Dinks coming in from the one side. Chillin drops one. Does he realize that Dinks is there? No, he doesn't. They do not know where he is, so he could have the surprise attack, but no! Truth is there and jumps right on top of them, taking their second round.
Great job there by the Saints. They take their time. They have the weapons that they could want. They take the extended gunfights. They take their numbers advantage. They walk into the site, get the plant down, and play the post plant beautifully. A couple members did drop, but still they're going to have at least 3 members with upgraded weapons here. And they're going to be going for a bonus, trying to make it a 3-0 lead and really crush the bank account of West Virginia.
You know, if I was West Virginia, here's something that I've got to analyze. Is if you see Tillo right now on that fade, he always loves to go A, and he always likes to scout out that area for the rest of the Saints. Now, he's going to be shut out now because of the loads of utility that was dumped onto him, but if Tillo decides to aggress up to that A, they could deny him that information, and then Saints will have to go somewhere else. It looks like they are right now. Fair finds one, finds 2, tries to find another, but no, Inox and Guck are going to answer back with 2 of their own, finds a second for Guck, tries to find a third! Onto Instinct, and it's all up to Tillo. Talking about him before, I mean, now he's in their spawn. I don't think he can get anything out, maybe a couple kills to leave it, but now he's going to get flashed out, and his location is still going to be unknown to West Virginia, but they may figure that out soon as they look to explore whatever angles he could be covering.
Yeah, they're going to get a sound cue from that breach, so they know he's somewhere here, but he could have rotated anywhere by now. Only has 12 bullets left in the mag here, and I think he's just trying to find some exit kills, waiting for West Virginia to over-aggress, because he knows 1-on-3, it's going to be hard to swing around these corners with the bomb being down in this B site. So much work to do here for Tillo. Only has 30 seconds left and really needs to start working quickly. Hasn't made too much progress. Might just save this Vandal. I mean, wouldn't be the craziest play here. And looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. The swing, though, might come through here from the Omen. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It's going to be West Virginia taking their first round here. Gonna be making it 2-1 after a great play from Gucci there on the Omen. Found some crucial kills. As we're gonna see a swing coming in the last second. Tillo trying to spot out at least one. Gets a couple shots onto one. Takes him down. Looking for the second. Nice shots there from Tillo. Gets a couple nice frags, but not enough to win the round. West Virginia get their first.
You know, that was the best kind of scenario out for Tillo with what he was put into.
Yeah,
I think what we have to analyze how he was put into that scenario was because of Guck. He found an amazing 3K onto 3 members from the side of the Saints, and it was just because they were aggressing so far, they left their backline open. They didn't decide to check anybody coming in from C through those doors, and what do you know, Guck is there ready to take 3 heads off of the Saints and help them get their first round. Now, as always, Tillo towards this A is going to get dumped with a load of utility as the rest of the Saints are looking to aggress towards B, and it looks like they might be caught now in a little bit of a pinch as West Virginia are aggressing from both A and C, but Tillo is over towards C, and now the Saints have the site of B. A77 is down, and Tillo might have some on the flank.
Ooh.
Finds Dinks, but does he find Excite? Looks like he spot him out, but
Oh,
Excite
shot.
is going to grab a Dink onto him, and Fair grabs another as well. It's a 4v2 scenario, and it looks like Saints have got it all locked down.
Absolutely, and both members from West Virginia are pushing from the same side. I mean, it's just a great job by the Saints. They know the Vipers plays alone up mid. They quickly take out the Viper, and the rest following dominoes. Look at this flank here coming out from Fair. Gets another 4K for himself. That's 2 out of the Saints winning 3 rounds, where Fair has found 4 kills. A great start to this map on the Raze. Gonna have the Raze ultimate already in this next round. Would definitely be not surprised if they decide to just push a site with that Raze ult where the Viper won't be defending and just try and blow their way into a bomb site.
Yeah, it's been the flanks that have turned games so far, both from Guck and Fair in this match. And I mean, Saints, they've started to recalibrate a little bit from it, but West Virginia are adapting. We see that they are aggressing so heavily towards A every single round where Tillo likes to sit. Not this round, though. It looks like they're going to play a little something differently, looking to aggress towards C with Fair close up front with that Raze ult, and Tillo looks like he's going to pop his ult as well. Now the site has been totally theirs. They have no hearing on the side of West Virginia for anybody who's on there, and looks like Fair is just going to take all of this space, and now the plant is going to come down from Chillin. Looks like they're going to have the site all to themselves, and now West Virginia have got to play the post plant.
Yeah, Truth has a lot of work to do here. It's going to go down, so the flank is a threat here for West Virginia, but Saints still have a 4-on-4 on this site. I think that Raze ult is still available as well as Instinct. Playing very, very aggressively, a bit too aggressively. A77 ready for that swing. He's going to be able to take him out. Chillin has to be careful as well. Going to get taken down as well. Fair has this Raze ultimate. Can he find a kill with it? Does find one around the corner. He does a lot of damage to a second as well, but it's going to be falling down to Exile. It's all up to Tillo in the 1-on-3. Is very, very possible. Finds the first, finds the second. One more member to this right. 1 HP. Oh, 1 bullet. All it takes from Tillo, and he's going to be able to get it some shaky shots there. But in the end, a nice 1-on-3 clutch for Tillo.
Great way to end out that round. Saints taking their 4th, and I mean, this is working for them. The aggression is working for them because you have players like Instinct who may be losing their bodies, but they are still figuring out where those West Virginia players are. They are still revealing their locations to allow the rest of their team to aggress onto them and to win games. And when you've got players like Tillo that can drop 3 kills just like that at the end of the game, when you've got the spike down and you've got the odds against you, it's just a winning recipe for the Saints.
Absolutely, and now the Saints looking to keep the ball rolling. I believe it's a save round here for West Virginia. They can't afford too much. Last round they were able to buy some weapons, but a huge, huge round for the Saints. They should be able to pick up this 5th with all the advantages they built. What a shot there by the Omen, though. He's going to TP out, and that's a duelist down for the Saints. I mean, West Virginia have been having 1 player defend this C site. I'm surprised the Saints are playing still so passively when they attack it, but maybe they're expecting any round for West Virginia to have a couple extra members on here. They just don't want to over-aggress. But having the weapon advantage, I definitely expect the Saints to play this one slow, play these long sight lines, and try and take positive gunfights.
It's got to be that West Virginia have the trust in that they can retake this C site, leaving it to them. And I mean, one of the factors to play into this is Excite's ultimate. That Teho ultimate will be able to get them off very quickly and provide a lot of space for West Virginia to defuse the spike. The spike is now going to be dropped down on C, and now West Virginia have to play the defuse in the post plant to try and get this spike out of here and take another round onto them. But it looks like Excite is going for a little bit of a... No, he's not going for a long flank. Rather, he decides to group up with the rest of his team and is looking to cut off some people maybe in that C position. Now some abilities drop some corners, getting discovered. Chillin is up there. Trying to find someone, but now Tillo is taking Excite out. Dinks answers back with Truth. Now in a 3v4 scenario, Chillin is going to drop Dinks to make it even, and Enox is going to drop Instinct. Tillo answers back with A77, and now it's in a 2v2 scenario. Chillin is damaged a little bit. Gets dropped to Enox, and now it looks like the spike is going to be blown up, and it's all said and done. Saints take another one onto the board.
Yeah, they take that one, but that was a pretty good save round coming out from West Virginia. I think all 5 members from the Saints did fall down in that round, so Saints do win the round, but it was a costly one at that. Still, I think both teams able to afford a full buy going into this one, but another good attacking round from the Saints, even though they lose their Raze instantly to start the start the round. They still push into the site. They get in. They use whatever they need to use. They make the space. They find the kills. And even though all the gun trades weren't positively going in their favor, the fact that the spike was down made sure West Virginia had to rush in there, and that's not something they could afford to do. They took their time and couldn't get to defuse the spike in time.
Which surprises me. I didn't think they would take their time. I thought they would be a little bit more aggressive and try to act on their, like, be more proactive rather than reactive to what the Saints were putting down. And I mean, they had the tail all in hand. I'm surprised they didn't use that to take it.
Maybe it's because they had only the pistols. They didn't want to risk it.
Maybe it could be that. Maybe it could be their loadout. Maybe it could be what utility they had on hand. Who knows? I mean, all we know for certain is Saints are still up, and now West Virginia, they're on the back foot. It seems like something we've said against almost every team the Saints have been up against, but they have taken some pretty good rounds off of the Saints, and it hasn't been all for nothing. West Virginia still have a lot of time to react to the Saints and come back in this first half.
Yeah, and from the look of things, if I had to guess, we have a quick timeout probably coming up from West Virginia. Because players aren't playing the round yet, so that's, I'm assuming, will happen. And if you're West Virginia right now, you're down 5-1, you're struggling to find rounds. If you're their head coach, what is something you tell them here to kind of motivate them to get back into the game?
I would tell them to start playing a little more adaptive. It's not a lot of time to do it in a game like Valorant, where you do have some downtime to kind of readjust and figure out what's happening, but beforehand, you have so much time to review VODs, look at games, look at past broadcasts, and figure out how each of these teams are playing. And that's generally for any team that wants to play at a competitive level in a game like Valorant. You need to know exactly who you're going up against, not just aim-wise, not just gun-wise, not just agent-wise, but also mindset-wise. You need to get into the minds of players like Chillin, like Fair, like Tillo, like Truth, and like Instinct to know exactly how they like to play the game, and then change your mindset around how they like to play. Play against them. Play to their weaknesses. Play essentially to their alter ego. Play to the exact opposite counter of what they are bringing to the table. And that's how you win games. By analyzing, by practicing, reviewing, and then finalizing and ironing out kinks in your playstyle to counteract whatever the other team may have in their back pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, it's easier said than done against a team like the Saints, who have played just so well the entire season. And it doesn't look like they're going to be slowing down. We have a little bit more time. What do you think the Saints' expectation for the season this year is?
I think the Saints are definitely expecting at least a top 10, top 5 finish. I think it's definitely going to come out of them. They are an absolute powerhouse of the squad, and from the pickups that they've had, such as Fair, I mean, it's looking up for them. Saints are definitely up right now. We're going to get a little bit of stats right now to look at the current state of the economy, and Saints are currently 5-1, and I mean, it's just all working for them. They've got ultimates on the line. They have a lot of stuff to play with, and now West Virginia, they have to answer back in what little time they have left, but let's see what they can make of it.
And you see in the bottom left corner there, Dinks picking up an operator on the Yoru. That's not something you see every day, as they're going big or going home. West Virginia here, they need this round. If they drop this one, going to get ugly, and it's going to get ugly fast. There's a nice nade there by Fair, making sure that operator cannot peek out when the Saints swing through. And now Saints have taken so much space here. There's going to get an 8 plant, complete uncontested 5v5. Instinct going to swing through, finds a couple picks, gets an operator down, does fall down but has the self-res, is going to revive, needs to find a kill here to stay alive. Let's see if he's able to do so, goes wide, dies, but it does not matter. The rest of the team is there to help. It's a clean round for the Saints, and they quickly take out West Virginia.
That is how much of a game changer Clove is in this game. I mean, to be able to pop off as an aggressive smokes player is insane. But to give yourself an ultimate ability that gives you a second life, saying, ha ha, sucker, I'm not dead, I'm back, I'm alive, and I'm ready to take your head out of the game and lead my team to the win, is an absolute game changer in this meta.
Yeah, I must agree with you. That was just a great job there by the whole team for the Saints, but as you said, Instinct leading the charge on that Clove on this map time and time again. And Dinks, can we pick up the first kill here onto Tillo? Let's see how Saints decide to play this one. I think they're going to walk over to A, make sure nobody from West Virginia can walk up and pick up that weapon as they are on a save round. So we've seen this before, Saints losing a member on a West Virginia save round. Last time it worked out in the Saints' favor. This time, though, could be a little bit different. This Yoru's on 1 HP. If he swings out here, 1 bullet is all it takes. You can see no major flanks just yet, but a couple of West Virginia players deep in the Saints spawn. Well, somebody from the Saints going to have to turn around eventually because those flankers could come in deadly.
Yeah, I mean, West Virginia have shut down one of the most valuable players right now on their roster. Tillo has that ultimate to play with taking a site. It's been denied, and now Fair going to aggress up to B. They have this, but do they? Will they suspect a couple people on the flank? Will they expect Guck here ready to take some people out? Looks like he's going to have to back off after that fault line, and now Truth a little bit stunned as well, but looks like Guck might be flashed out. Now he's got to leave, he's got to regroup the rest of his team, and now it looks like they are going to take site, but the Yoru ultimate popped from Dinks is going to spot them out, going to realize that they are a little bit scrambled right now. They're moving back and forth. Dinks is just going to be following them all the way, and now Instinct's going to be able to find one onto Ignite finds an ultimate kill, but Instinct answers back with 2 of his own, and now Chillin gonna pop the spike, but Instinct's gonna find a 4th. Can he find the 5th ace
bullet
onto Dinks? He knows where he is. Does he have the timing? He does! And Instinct, living up to his expectations on that aggressive claw, finds the ace and finds Saints another round in their pocket.
Huge round there by Instinct, makes all the beautiful shots land. It was kind of a bit chaotic round for the Saints there. That Euro ult, you could see all the Saints were stacked up, and I think even they were in a bit of chaos, but when needed most, Instinct put the team on his back, found the kills where they were needed. Saints absolutely on a roll right now. We've seen basically every single player on the roster make a big play for them to secure a round, and I think when the Saints are rolling like this, there aren't many teams that can slow them down.
Yep, and it looks like we are going to see a timeout now in the game. Let's see. These teams now have to readjust, mainly West Virginia, because you said it, Saints have been popping off, and I mean, they have had some plays that have been working for them on West Virginia's side. Like, that Yoru ultimate was great for disrupting the Saints and figuring out exactly where their location was. Now, the Saints kind of wasted that Yoru ultimate's potential to be very valuable because they kind of played a little bit of a game of tiki-taka. Are we going to go C? Are we going to go B? Are we going to go C? Are we going to go B? They kind of went back and forth just to drain out that ultimate so that it wouldn't be able to spot out exactly where they were going to set the spike down, where they were going to decide, and kind of just wasted it. Denied it to get its immense valuability that it normally does.
Yeah, I must agree with you there, Wyatt. Euro did get some info, but just didn't do enough there. And Saints looking to keep the ball rolling. A full buy here from West Virginia. Saints have a full buy themselves, only having Tillo's ultimate online, though. Let's see if they decide to push in with that one. In response, West Virginia have a couple ultimates of their own, that Viper and that Omen. Weird to strike, but it looks like Saints striking quickly here. This Omen has to be careful. This is a beautiful flank here from Fair. Doesn't get spotted out, and this Omen is in a lot of danger. Doesn't know how much danger he's in. Fair gets the initial headshot. Saints gonna get the plant down again, and it's 40 seconds now for West Virginia to answer quickly in the 4v5.
And Instinct is just one away from his ultimate to find himself another great opportunity to drop some kills down, but A77 has also got his ultimate in the bag, maybe looking to save it, maybe use it to get past the aggression that is Saints, and it looks like they're pushing up in this back line, but looks like they're going to take down Enox, and now A77 and now exciting tanks as well, and it's all up to A77 with 30 HP. The Saints know where he is, they know where he's going to find him, and Chillin is the one to take him out of the game.
Another beautiful round by the Saints. They take the objective with little to no resistance, and their post plant this map so far has been phenomenal. It seems like West Virginia just cannot find anything. A huge 3v3 brawl there at a very, very early point, deep into West Virginia's spawn. I don't think they were ready for those gunfights there, and the shots were beautiful from everybody on the Saints. That was a great, great team round from St. Clair. Now 8-1. They look to blow this lead wide open. You want to win this half, 10-2, 11-1. Anything less than that, they wouldn't settle for. And it's going to be a save round for West Virginia again here, as Fair goes for the opening shot, gets a disgusting spray transfer there onto Dinks, takes his head off, looks to pick up a second onto the breach, is able to do so. Fair is just having a wonderful time here on this raise. Instinct will pick up a third. Saints going to take full control of this A site, get the plant down, and West Virginia 2-on-5 trying to find the retake.
A77 could be the hero here to try and drop down their ultimate, but it's first got to get past Instinct, unless Instinct is going to drop them. And now the entire team in West Virginia is just out of the ballpark, and Saints have 2 more rounds of this first half. Might close it out in a 13-1 fashion if they can also take the pistol round, which will be absolutely immaculate for them to take in their first game of this best of 3. And I mean, then going into the next map is just going to add to their confidence, add to their momentum, and I think they might just steamroll West Virginia unless they decide to answer back and halt what is their run of a century.
Yes, I mean, West Virginia has to slow it down right here, this round. If they want a chance at winning this map, I feel like this round is a must win. But Fair doesn't want to give anybody no wins. Has the Raze ultimate, blows up the middle of the map, but doesn't shoot it, doesn't give away his position, and gets deep into enemy lines. This flank from Fair is phenomenal if he doesn't get spotted out. Now the Saints going to start their push onto the C side. Picks up one there, picks up a second. Dinks. Instinct does pick up the Omen, but Dinks takes down Fair. Huge shots here from this Euro, and now it's a 2-on-4 for the Saints. The first time this map, they might be facing Sam version.
Dinks living up to his name as now left the Saints with 2 players left. Instinct still has his ultimate to play with, which could be very valuable, but could also more favorably be saved for a future round, because it looks like the Saints might already have this one stacked against them in a 2v4 scenario. They have very good aim. They've got some utility to play with. It looks like Instinct's also going to get a smoke up soon, but the odds and the numbers just are not in their favor. Instinct's going to explore this C site to try and scout out some space, some area, trying to figure out where these players are. It may not realize Dinks is holding this angle correctly, but is going to figure out very soon as Dinks takes his third, and now it's all up to Chillin. Has the spike, taps it down, try to get to Instinct out, but no, he's going to pop his ultimate and looks to find Dinks now, but Dinks is going to get out of there quickly, and West Virginia know they just have to waste Instinct's ult, not let him find any kills, as now they close out the round with Chillin not able to find any plants and Instinct dying to the utility, now taking their second round.
Yeah, I mean, I said if they can win this round, maybe there's some hope, and they give themselves some hope. If Dinks plays like this for the rest of the map, it's going to be very scary for the Saints. I mean, a great round there from that Yoru, finding every single kill that mattered as we head into our last round of this half. A lot of things available here for West Virginia. 4 ultimates. If I'm them, I drop this Viper ultimate down really early. I make sure Saints cannot push one side, and with the other ultimates, deny them the other bomb sites.
Looks like we aren't going to see that Viper's Pit drop down early just yet, but another ultimate to add on to that is Truths. That Viper ultimate can be devastating to deny enemy players their main primary fire for a duration of time, and I mean, that could change the tide of this game, dependent on how many ultimates you have on the other side or not. If you do not have your primary fire and you are left to a pistol, it does not matter. Now, we are going to see that Viper's Pit drop towards C, which may force Saints to evacuate that side of the map and go towards B or A, which it looks like West Virginia are focused up towards that A site, leaving just Excite onto the B with, it looks like Enox close to follow if need be, and it looks like need will be, as they've now smoked off the site. The Rolling Thunder comes out, Tillo drops Dinks and takes the advantage, but Guk is in the back line. It looks like they're going to rotate to A, but do they figure out that Guk is in this position? He could find 3 kills onto all of these Saints players if they do not decide to check this corner. Looks like he finds 1, looking to find 2, finds 3! And the flag from Guk comes out in a stellar fashion, and now the tides and the tables have been turned to West Virginia's favor.
A great job there, beautiful flank. Just unfortunate there for the Saints that Tillo never spotted out that Omen, who picks up his 4th of the round, looking for the ace. Tillo picks it up, but he does not have the spike, looking to find the second. No. A couple big rounds there for West Virginia to finish off the half, get 2 in a row, and the first half ends in the favor 9-3 for the Saints. West Virginia, though, they pick up some momentum heading into attack, and we all know this is a very attack-heavy map. We've seen this before from the Saints. A very, very dominant start to the first half. If you're Seth, if you're the head coach, heading into the second half, what are you thinking, knowing that there's a chance that West Virginia could bring it back?
I think we have to brush off that last round, because that last round was all up to Guck. He performed absolutely magnificently that last round, but Saints have got to brush it off. They've got to forget about it. They only need 3 rounds. They only need a third of the rounds that they've been able to take so far in this game to close it out and take the first of this best of 3, which is going to put them in a stellar position. But now they got to get past through the pistol round, and it looks like West Virginia are bringing the action towards B, but the Saints are ready. Dinks is going to lead the charge, try to find it out. Instinct realizes that that is a fake, and it looks like it's still going to be popped, but now veering away from B, leaving just A77 there to keep the angle and make sure that nobody from the side of the Saints decides to aggress towards there. It looks like they might be going towards C, or they might veer back towards this A where this Viper wall is. So far West Virginia have got the whole map to play with, but it looks like they might go towards A.
Yeah, Saints have shut down the first initial push of West Virginia beautifully, and it forces them into their backup plan of going towards the C side, but Chillin has done a great job so far, making their life very hard and not allowing them to walk in. But now he's in a world of trouble. So is Truth. I mean, West Virginia using a lot of utility, not finding many kills. Chillin picks up one, does get taken down in the process. Truth trying to trade one back, but is able to stay alive. I mean, it's not the worst here for the Saints. So much utility used by West Virginia to take this site. Now let's see how Saints decide to retake. Fair gonna pick up one, does get traded out. 3-on-3. 40 seconds for the Saints to respond, and there's a huge flank coming out from Tillo here. Will the Saints decide to wait here and wait for this flank, or will they decide to push through and try and make something happen? Here is the shots coming up from A77, picks up one. Tillo gets tagged up, but doesn't take too much damage as it was a wallbang. Tillo, we're gonna find some picks. Truth picks up one. Tillo falls on the flip side in the meantime, and there's West Virginia getting the plant down and winning the pistol round.
You know, the momentum is definitely swinging in their favor. Guck has now started a climb back and a snowball effect for where West Virginia can take it and run for the hills. And Saints have now got to realize that. They've got to realize that West Virginia are picking up some speed. And before they take the next couple of rounds, they've got to buy all that they can, they've got to use all that they can, and they've got to stop it here. They got to stop it now.
Yeah, it's going to be a save round here coming up for the Saints. So if they can win this one, if they can get some nice shots with their Sheriff, would be a huge swing in momentum back to what was winning ways. But Dinks picks up the Outlaw and gets the first pick there onto Chillin. It really seems like West Virginia have hit their stride on attack here, but still a lot of round to go. Saints gonna need some big plays from some big players, and that drone is very good. Spots out a member. Tillo doesn't seem to care, gonna walk up, tries to find a headshot there. Will be able to stay alive. Instinct praying that Dinks goes for the wide swing here, but he's just holding it down, making sure nobody goes on the flank. Looks like Saints though can be able to push up. Instinct might have the perfect timing here. If he can swing around in time, he can easily find a headshot or two, but he's going to take his time just a little bit here. The A push can be in full effect from West Virginia.
Yeah, the timing is not going to be in Instinct's favor as West Virginia are slowly pushing towards this A where Tillo and Fair are stationed up and Truth is close to follow. With one man down, 35 seconds left on the clock. West Virginia now got to make their entry. The utility is dropped down. Fair finds the first. Now out with the paint shells. Finds another. Tries to find Enox, but cannot find him. Just traded out, and Instinct's flank comes to no value. Tillo tries to make something happen. Finds one, but is easily traded out. And now Truth in the 1v3 scenario, looking to find one. He does find one, but he's easily traded out by Excite on that Bulldog. And now West Virginia just continuing this snowball effect, pushing their momentum even further beyond what they previously had. And now it's working for them, it's getting them rounds, and it's setting Saints into a little bit of a stop. They're not what they once were in this round.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good round from West Virginia. It's not even a bad round per se for the Saints. They were able to kill 3 members there with only pistols. So now they have, this is the must-win round. They have the full buy Vandals, and it looks like West Virginia, they force up a couple buys here as well. So if Saints can win this, they put West Virginia's economy in a bit of a dire situation. But this one is a very, very important round. Saints gonna have a couple of members on A, a couple of members on C, one member sitting in that B site. It looks like West Virginia gonna take a bit of space up this A site, but the spike is nowhere to be seen. It's gonna be going up mid. It looks like maybe a mid push here for West Virginia.
Yeah, something that I've seen West Virginia play so well every round is just play slow. Let the Saints push towards you. Let people like Chillin and Instinct come to your crosshairs, and then just take them out of the round like that. And then you're given the player advantage. You're given the momentum to take this round. And Saints, they've played a little bit more reserved this round, which I have to admirate them for. They haven't been as aggressive. They haven't been as pushy. They haven't been as ready to get in their faces. And rather so, they've been letting West Virginia fall into their hands, which is what's about to happen now. They're about to exit onto this A site now with some utility drops. Looks like they are going to try to find their way through here, try to force it, but some smokes is down from Instinct and is going to find Truth, finding Guck, and now trying to find another as well, but no, is traded out easily by Inox, and now they're going to have the site, and Tillo is on there to try and find another. Might find Denix. Oh, looks like he found his character, but did not find the kill, and is taken out. And now Instinct trying to answer back, trying to find one. Fair finds one, but then Enox is gonna find a second one onto Instinct. Looks like he's gonna find a third onto Fair, and might be looking to find the fourth onto Chillin, left in the 1v3 scenario.
Chillin gets taken down. Inox there with 4 in that round, and now the tide has fully swung. It's 5 rounds in a row for West Virginia University, and we were talking about it. If they, once the Saints drop a round or two and then they switch over to the defense, it seems like they really, really struggle to get their momentum back on track. And now it's West Virginia with a full steam ahead. It's going to be a save round again for the Saints as West Virginia have a full buy. St. Clair, they need a round. They need it bad. What a time to win a round this would be. On the save, up still 9 rounds to 6, so still in the lead here. Saints shouldn't get too stressed or worried, but you have to think to yourself, if things keep going this way, it's gonna be rough for the Saints here. As a full flash onto Chillin, has no idea there's anyone in front of him, is not able to fire off that bucket, which would have surely found at least a single kill. And now West Virginia gonna take full control. Truth finds one, gets traded out. The plant gonna go down here for Excited's A77, and Inox find a couple kills on the flank. Is Fair trying to find a couple picks, but everyone from West Virginia gonna be turning around to pick him up. It's only Instinct left in the 1-on-4.
Inox on that breach has been just absolutely disgusting, finding so many headshots and so many bodies to his KDA, and now all left to Instinct. Doesn't have enough instincts to get him through this, I don't think, and it looks like Guck is going to finish it out. University of West Virginia finding their 7th round, making this a lot closer than I expected. They were down 9-3, and now they have made it 9-7.
It was 9-1. Now it's 9-7. 6 rounds in a row for West Virginia. I mean, yeah, if you're on the side of the Saints, you definitely want to take this time out to talk things over. You could see it was all green, and then it was all red. A game of runs here for both teams as West Virginia has found their stride, but if there's one thing we know about the Saints is when things get down to the clutch, that is where they really prevail. We've seen it time and time again. Even when they let their lead slip a tiny bit, they're able to close out the map, but they're not that close to closing out this map. They still need 4 rounds to take this one home. And West Virginia, I mean, they're in full stride. If you're the Saints, what do you need to do to kind of slow down West Virginia?
You know, I don't want to say that you need to have some sort of hero play out of this team, but you've definitely got to find that first round. I mean, you can see it as clear as day. They have 6 rounds in running on the side of West Virginia. You've got to stop that now. You've got to stop their run, and you've got to find at least one round to lessen their run and give it to a little bit of a stop, slow it down, possibly not stop it completely, but at least stop it so that you can find some traction, find at least a couple rounds to make it a little closer, because they are climbing and they are climbing fast, and the Saints may not have enough time to react.
Yeah, if there's ever a round to take, this one has to be it. Saints have a couple ultimates. Only Truth's ultimate. I'm not telling the truth, I said a couple. Only one ultimate, and on the flip side, Excite going to be the only one with an ultimate as well. And the Yor going to pick up that orb to complete his ultimate. So that's definitely going to be West Virginia's probably play of entering Excite. They use that Yor ultimate to get some knowledge and try and take over. It's been a slow round from them, Saints. Doing a great job of holding their positions, making sure nothing gets through, as it looks like an A push gonna be the play here for West Virginia as they look to blow things up, but Saints refusing to leave their stand.
Yeah, Dinks is ready. He's popped that ultimate. He's going to spot out all of these St. Clair Saints players. He's going to go towards B as well to find a couple more. Finds Instinct and gets a gate crash on him and jumps on him with the shorty and finds another one onto Fair. Now Excite is going to be able to drop the spike on this B site, and now with a player advantage found in West Virginia's hands yet again, it looks like they're going to be taking their 8th round unless Tillo, Truth, and Chillin can work their way to taking their 10th.
I don't think we're going to see much of an attempt here from the Saints. I think they're really shell-shocked. They're kind of confused how they are just unable to win a round, and now 3v5, there's times where we would see the Saints go for these type of clutches, but they're fully saving. And they're playing a little bit scared. Let's just say how it is. West Virginia has been able to control the tempo and the momentum of the second half completely, and they've won every single round in this second half. And just like that, it's going to be a 9-8 game, 7 straight rounds here for West Virginia. I mean, the comeback is truly on, and you know, you're definitely going to expect a team like the Saints to lock back in, but we can only say that for so long before things just fall apart. Everything was going so well in that first half, but this second half, West Virginia has really turned it up a notch, and they've had some big plays from some very big players.
Definitely, and that Yoru ultimate has been working for them. It's been providing a lot of utility and a lot of valuable moments for them. I mean, Dinks just absolutely coming out of the blue there with the shorty onto Instinct. Did not expect that at all, and supported with that fault line over from Enox was a great combination between the two players to plan it out. And now Saints have found themselves in just a single game lead over West Virginia, now almost there to tie it up to possibly take this first game if Saints do not answer back. But now it looks like there's going to be a little bit of aggression towards B, which will force Tillo there to support Instinct as well. But it looks like West Virginia are going to opt to go towards C. Excite has picked up this bomb now, and it looks like the three of them with Enox and Dinks are moving towards C, supported by A77 and close to follow Guck. It looks like it's going to be a execute onto the C site very soon for West Virginia, and Saints have got to defend it.
Absolutely, they have their Viper there to slow them down with as much utility as possible. The flashes come through, and now the push is going to come through for West Virginia University, but they're going to run it over to B instead. One person is a decoy still on C. Saints have not cleared that out, but this B push is going to be massive as the flash comes through. Excite picks up one, but Instinct able to stay alive for the time being. Picks up another, picks up two, picks up three. Beautiful shots there from Instinct. That's going to swing the tide of this round. Bomb is down. Gucci on the flank here. Chillin, though, has a sneaking suspicion. Is going to be pick up the Omen, and only Inox left here with 14 seconds. He's going to try and go for this push, but what a round here from Instinct again. You said Saints need a playmaker, and there it is. 4 kills on that Clove to give Saints a very much needed round.
What do they tell you? Trust your instincts, and that's what Saints are doing. They are trusting Instinct to make those stellar plays to get them back into this game. Now, they have a 2-game lead, and they are just 3 wins away from taking this first game. And now, West Virginia have found themselves at that line. Now, Saints have found one. They could find a couple others, unless West Virginia can be quick to answer back and find another one to themselves, keeping this a close game. But let's see how it starts out.
Yeah, I mean, Saints definitely don't want to rely on hero plays, but with the way things are going, they're definitely going to need them, and there's going to be a first pick onto Instinct, the best pick I feel like West Virginia could get. Fair, very lucky to still be alive on 5 HP, I believe. Found some shots there onto that Omen, but did not find the kill. And it's going to be an A push here coming out from West Virginia University. Tillo playing very aggressively, shoots the clone and gets taken down for it. Excite and Inox find a couple kills, and West Virginia seems like just a little bit stumble in the last round. They are fully online, 4-on-1. Plant will be going down. It's going to be on Truth to clutch up here. West Virginia really hitting their stride in these attacking rounds. It seems like they take any bomb site with so much ease.
Yeah, and it seems Truth has just seemed a little quiet right now on this guys. It just hasn't been as stellar of a player as I've seen him in past maps before. Now, we may see him light up in a couple maps to come, but right now we've got to worry about Lotus. We've got to worry about this close game that we have on our hands, and the pressure that Saints are now getting against themselves to close this out. It is a close game. Still, just a one-game lead. West Virginia are not letting go of this, and Saints have got to find an answer.
Yeah, and West Virginia are playing with nothing to lose. They're 0-2. Their expectation going into this game probably weren't the highest, but right now they are definitely feeling good as the underdog, but fair. Gonna try and shut things down immediately. Takes down Dinks there. A nice shot from him, and now the Saints finally seems like for the first time in a very long time are going to be up a member, as that's a dangerous swing there from Tillo into 4 members. Has no idea they were all here, as now West Virginia have made their plans very, very obvious to the Saints here. Let's see how the Saints decide to play this defense. Chilling going to TP in place as the gun challenges are going to come through here. Very aggressive play from West Virginia. Gucci going to be able to pick up the first and pick up a second onto Chillin' as Inox. West Virginia finding all the holes in the Saints defense, and it looks like in a 4-on-2, looking to tie up the game at 10 apiece.
Instinct could come alive here because he does have his ultimate to play with, but against 4 players and with Truth to support him, never mind. Truth is now out of the game, and Instinct finds 1. He's got 3 more to find, but 2 utility ultimates to deal with, and is just sprayed out by Guck. And now tying it up, we could see either a West Virginia University comeback, or we could see an overtime here, Theo.
I mean, if I'm the Saints, I wouldn't even hate an overtime from the way things are going. Picking up 2 rounds isn't going to be easy. Saints are on a save round here. West Virginia should take an 11-10 lead after this round. And with the way things are going, I mean, if I'm saying Clair, you got to take it around at a half. You cannot think, all right, guys, we got to like bring this back and end the game right now. You need to get to 11. You need to get to 12. You need to get to 13. And I mean, West Virginia, give credit where credit's due, have been playing amazing. It feels like Saints need to switch something up. I would love to see maybe a couple people stack on B, try and walk up mid, play with a bit of that aggression, because on this defense, it feels like they're letting West Virginia really control the tempo of the game.
West Virginia are really letting Saints sit with this patience, trying to test how far they are willing to push forward. And it seems like 3 members right now or 2 members from right now Saints are willing to push very aggressively towards the A end. But now West Virginia are going to opt to explore these B and C options. They're going to find that B is completely empty and that they could take it, but it looks like Instinct is going to realize that they did do that drone out and now is going to retake that space to try and figure out if they are pushing towards B. But with 3 players moving up towards C, I'm more than happy to say that we are going to see a C execution. It comes through right now, and the ultimate is dropped out from Tillo, going to deny that push and now allow Saints to recover and fortify that C site.
B, the bombs moving, the spikes moving towards B. They could go either way still, but now they kind of have to go B. 23 seconds and counting. Raise flank from the side of the Saints could be massive, but gonna decide not to go for it. The plant should be going down in just a second. There it is. Saints, they only have too many weapons and have no ultimates left. The Viper ult's gonna get popped. I mean, it's a great position here for West Virginia. Gucci gonna pick up the first. Does get taken down. Instinct has the res. Has to be kind of the front line here for the Saints. Trying to push through, but A77's there. Gets taken down. The Viper ult gonna fall down. That means Dinks has all the shots, but what a flick there by Fair. Makes it a 3-on-2 for the Saints. Nice shots there from Fair to find Inox. It's only Excite left alive. Truth gonna fall down. Tillo gonna get half of the defuse to go through. Excite just gonna try and spray down, but cannot find the head. Gets the kill with the shorty, but the round is gonna go over to the Saints. And on the Thrifty, it's a huge, huge round for them to get things back in their favor.
I mean, Excite trying to be the playmaker there to spot out that quick spray through the smoke, but just could not find Tillo. And Tillo was there holding on for dear
Yeah.
life, praying, please don't hit me, please don't hit me, please don't hit me. And what do you know? He didn't hit him. And now they're up another round, 2 more away from closing out this first game. And they've had stellar performance so far, but West Virginia have been bringing a lot to the table. Dinks is going to find his ultimate yet again to spot out a lot of space and cover a lot of ground quickly for West Virginia. Looks like they're going to be moving quickly towards this B site. And he might try to find Fair, but no, Fair is going to answer back. Realize the exact same play Dinks was trying to pull on him that he pulled on Instinct, but Fair was ready for it. And Instinct is now up with this Judge. Looks like he's not going to find anybody, and Excite is just going to walk on right by him, and now has the sight to himself, but Fair is there and gets quickly shut out. And the Rolling Thunder out now from Enox is going to take a lot more space to themselves. The spike is now down, and it's left to Chillin and Tillo to take back the space and find the last 4 players, but it's all up to Tillo now as Chillin falls, and it looks like Tillo is going to save.
Yeah, Till's going to save. Has an operator down right at his feet there. Decides not to pick it up. And another great round by West Virginia University. They didn't get any value from the Your Ultimate as he was first to fall, but someone from the Saints fell as well, I believe. It was a Truth to start off the round. And it was just a 4-on-4, and then West Virginia just walking to C with their number advantage. No value got in there with the Judge, unfortunately. Could have been a big swing in that round, but we're tied up at 11-11. Saints definitely want to win this next round. They want to secure their spot in this map. They don't want to be facing up against match point on a very, very dominant attacking side from West Virginia University.
Indeed, and that's what they've been dealing with all games so far is a very dominant West Virginia, but
Oh my.
they've got to answer back. They have to put a little bit more of their own aggression to it because they have been playing a little bit more reserved, a little bit more controlled, and I have liked to see that out of them because West Virginia have been punishing them for that, but they are also feeling, I think, a little uncomfortable in that position because they love to be up front, they love to be aggressive, they love to be taking as many kills as they can, but now pushed into this defensive position, they have to play a little out of their comfort zone.
And I feel like it's all up to Fair here, who had the only rifle for the Saints. Is going to be the first to fall down, just wide swinging that, trying to make that hero play. Does not work out there. And Saints only have pistols in their arsenal along, other than Chillin. I mean, you have to think West Virginia are going to take this round unless a miracle happens for the Saints.
Yes, and Saints are heavily focused towards this A site where they predict they are going to be executing, and they would predict right as Instinct is left over to C now. Might be able to find them on the flank, but will it be in time? Because West Virginia are now looking to execute onto the site. Truth might be able to find a couple with the pressure. Finds one, finds 2, looking to find a third. He does! And now Ito is there to clean it up with a 4th of his own, and it's all up to Enoch. He finds 1, but in the 1v3 scenario, and Chillin has the Vandal, kills him, and drops him dead. Finds their 12th one, and I can see Smiley in the back there bringing the biggest smile to this team as they are now on game point.
I mean, if you were going to tell me before the round that we were going to see a 3K with a frenzy, I would have called you, I don't know what I would have called you, but definitely something along the crazy stat. I mean, how does that happen? What a play there by the Saints. They play it perfectly, hit from all angles at the same time. And yes, even though they have only pistols in close ranges, they can instantly kill their enemies. And now Saints on match point, they're able to afford a full buy. What do you think we're going to be seeing from West Virginia on the attacking side that the Saints should be ready for?
From West Virginia, I would expect them to keep playing with that operator. I mean, it's worked for Dinks, and if they've got that ultimate to play with as well, I would expect him to get a shorty with it and try to get another opportunity like he did onto Instinct. And it looks like Instinct is actually going to be picking up that operator, and West Virginia haven't bought a lot out. May just be because of the pause, but Instinct with that operator is going to be very interesting. I haven't seen a lot of the Clove play with that operator. Might drop it to someone else or might keep it, but all I can know for certain is this is going to be something that I haven't seen a lot out from this aggressive player, and it looks like we're not going to see, oh no, we are going to see, as he's going to keep this operator, and it's going to be interesting to see how this changes this game.
Yeah, I think Instinct might have bought a Vandal and left it in the corner or something, just in case you ever want to swap weapons. Obviously, there's better times to have an Operator, better times to have a Vandal. When you're kind of retaking, probably a Vandal's better, but when you're holding down a sight line, the Operator, definitely the better choice. But here we go, Saints match point 12-11 after what has been an absolute roller coaster of emotions, looking to close out this map right here on this round. We've seen it before, 13-11 after an insane comeback. Are we going to see it again where Saints just shut down the hopes of their opponents, or West Virginia going to be able to push this to an overtime?
It looks like West Virginia will be walking into the side of the map that has Instinct resting there with that operator, but this Viper Wall is going to shut down any visibility he has of the entire team unless it drops in the opportune moment. I mean, it looks like they do have this wall broken, and it looks like he might be able to find one, but no! A77 is going to be on the mark and finds him out of the game, finds their advantage, and it looks like they are going to find the site as well. Dink's up there with a little bit of flash utility just to clear it out, make sure for certain that they have this site and they have this spike plant, and they do, and it looks like they might be looking to tie it up and send it to overtime, but the ultimate out from Truth looks to find them out in a little bit of a precarious situation. Chillin is able to find one, Bear is able to answer back with another, and they're found with an equal situation right now, but they have some shorties. They look like they've got their guns back, and now Dinks, and it looks like A77 as well are going to be caught out. A77 finds one, and Truth finds another, and Dinks is able to close it out. And now, Theo, we've got my favorite word in the entirety of esports. We've got overtime.
We've got overtime indeed. And you know, you have to think to yourself, West Virginia are the ones with the momentum. You could see some stress showing there from the Saints. They're not feeling probably as confident as they were when they were up 9-1, but still have to focus in. All you are 2 rounds away from a victory. And you know, I believe Saints are going to be on attack first, if I'm not mistaken, because they were on attack to start the map, and that's going to be the case. I mean, this is a must-win round for the Saints here. Attack has been the strong suit of both of these teams, and it's just a matter of time before one of them crumbles. I feel like the Saints, though, need this round really badly to give themselves a really good chance at winning this map.
It feels like Saints have still been on the back foot as well, because they won out those early games, but then West Virginia answered back with a quick run of rounds to their names, and then Saints were just able to answer back in those last couple rounds to send it to this overtime, which has now caught them in a precarious situation. Are they able to muster up enough confidence and enough momentum to find these next 2 rounds, or will West Virginia take them out? Looks like Chillin is now going to drop the spike, which will be a way to start out this round for the Saints. And now Guck trying to spray through to find someone, but Fair answers back quickly as he hears the reload and now takes one out on the side of West Virginia. Truth answers back with another onto Dinks and eats that flash for breakfast. Now 2 down, 3 left to go. Looks like Excite is trying to find one, but A77 is going to get dropped, and so is Excite, all up to Inox, and he's going to get traded out, and now Saints have the advantage, and Saints are just 1 round away from taking this first game.
Yeah, Saints on their second match point, map point of this map, up 13-12 now, but that was their attacking round. They were able to win it. On their defense, is there maybe some sort of tactic you would like to see from them to kind of stop West Virginia in their tracks, or should they keep doing what they've been trying to do?
You know, I think switching over now onto the defensive end, I think St. Clair have just got to keep playing reserved. Like, their aggression has worked for them on the attacker side, but now they have to play it more structured, more rooted, more concrete, and more defensive, as this round will decide whether or not they take it, or it just goes deeper into this overtime rabbit hole. looks like West Virginia are going to be focused up towards this A site where the rest of Saints are as well. It looks like we're just going to find Instinct and A77 anchored towards C. Never mind, A77 is going to be looking to rotate slowly towards the rest of his teammates, probably for a full frontal attack. And Tillo has now left A site and is looking to support Instinct, which may not be the best move in the hands of St. Clair Saints, because it looks like West Virginia are going to execute very soon onto this site.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-man full-on rush from West Virginia, which has worked. A nice stun play with Inox here alongside his Yoru, but chillin', trying to stay alive, trying to TP out of there. Will be able to do so, and now Fair is in a lot of trouble here. Can he find some kills? Able to stay alive, which is crucial for the time being. Throws out the utility as well, but I think the stuns might be too much. But just like that, Fair and chillin', 2v5, take down everybody. It's only A77 left alive with the operator here in Saints. 20 seconds away from taking this map. A77 finds one, but does he have enough time to shoot enough bullets? No, he doesn't. Instinct will be there to close out the round. What a map there from both teams, but in the end, it's going to be the Saints being victorious.
It is the cold-hearted killer of Chillin and the left-handed legend of Fair able to close it out with 2 doubles to themselves. I mean, now, taking this first game was a way to go. It was a stride and a half, Theo. They had to fight for it. They had to come back from what was a very great run from West Virginia, and now with this momentum, it looks like they may be more confident to take this second map, which I believe is, do not quote me on it, ladies and gentlemen, which I believe is Haven, which is going to be very interesting because I've seen the Saints play Haven, I've seen them dominate on Haven, but I've also seen them dominate on Lotus. But they didn't do that this game, so it might be a clean switch up for the Saints, and they might have to play a little more strategically to what might be the greater challenge of West Virginia to come.
Yeah, but West Virginia, I mean, that was a great map for them. And coming up short as a bit of an underdog, it's definitely heartbreaking. So it's going to be important to see, are West Virginia going to be able to stay mentally locked in and still play the great Valorant that they just showed us? Or are the Saints going to be able to strike again early on attack? And once they take a big lead, are they going to be able to convert and put their opponents away? I think that's the biggest issue for the Saints so far this season. They can blow up their opponents, they get these big leads, but kind of just evaporates on the defensive end, and we've seen it a couple times on Lotus now, I believe. So definitely something to keep an eye on. But the Saints, they just start the maps off so hot. They start going such big round streaks that even though they do throw away a lot of rounds in a row, it doesn't matter in the end, and they do have the clutch factor when it's needed.
They have the clutch factor indeed, and they've got players like Instinct there to do it. I mean, he got the ace of the round, which was just incredible to witness, and then his teammates there to support him as well. I mean, I mentioned it, Chillin and Fair closing out that last round, and then we also saw people like Instinct, Fair, Chillin, and I believe Truth as well was also lighting up there, and Tillo as well on that flank, and acting as that lurker was something that West Virginia were able to spot out early, but it looks like we might be getting some statistics up soon. Not too sure. Yes, we are. We are going to be getting some statistics now, looking to take a little bit of a deeper dive into what was that last game. And I mean, props to Fair. Definitely the star player as far as KD goes for the side of the Saints.
Yeah, Fair has an amazing game on that duelist, and we were talking about him before the game. He's kind of who the Saints follow. He finds the kills, finds the initial picks, and Instincts has been that secondary and sometimes the primary fragger. So, I mean, everyone on the Saints team does such a great job. Kills aren't the entire picture, but you definitely have to look at it when it's there. Fair having an amazing game. And for side of West Virginia, I mean, a very balanced game there from them. They have only one member who went positive, and they were able to take 12 rounds away from the Saints. So, I mean, I think that was just an amazing first map from both teams, and I'm definitely expecting an exciting one in the second game.
Yeah, and you've got to think, we mentioned it before, that Saints in their record so far against West Virginia have been completely stomping them, only to lose one best of one at, I believe, was Hugh Fest. And every other best of three that they've played West Virginia in, they've been able to win it out in a stellar fashion and a clean sweep. But now, in that last game, it's put me on a little bit of a Little bit of a teeter-totter right now. Looking, do I go for Saints? Do West Virginia take the next game? Will we see a game 3 or will it be a sweep? I don't know. There are so many questions thrown out in the air right now on my end.
Well, what do you think?
I'm thinking right now, I think Saints have the momentum
Okay.
after coming over what was that challenge of that last game. I think they will be able to take this next one with not ease, but definitely a pat on their back to be able to say, you know what, that was a hard challenge, but they were able to overcome it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I must agree with you. I think the Saints' momentum will be the important key factor here going into the second map. As I said, the comeback was amazing from West Virginia, but coming up short after a comeback like that, it sometimes feels even worse than just getting completely stomped out. You tried your best, you did so well against such a good team, and it just didn't work out in the end. I mean, it's going to be definitely important for West Virginia's players to keep their mental in check, and if they can play like they did in that map one, they can give themselves a valiant chance against any team.
Well, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to tell you right now that you can stop the panic. You can swipe that sweat off of your brow as we are going to be cutting to a quick break. Grab some more water, grab some more drinks, grab some more snacks, and get ready to see our next game. Saints are up one, finishing that last one in 14-12 stellar fashion. And now we will catch you in our second game in a few short moments. Welcome back, Saints Nation. We are here yet again for the finishing of your NACE Varsity Premier Valorant team. They have won their first game, looking to finish it off in this second game. I am Wyatt, Swag Studios Raption, with Theo, the Holy Juan, on the casting desk. And after finishing that last round, Theo ended in a 14-12 fashion for the Saints. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I mean, it was a interesting map of Valorant. We saw both teams go on huge around win streaks, and then towards the end of the map, it was a bit of back and forth. So we've seen both stomps and very close rounds in this series, and it was a very interesting first map. But I think the fact that the Saints were able to win it out just gives them a big advantage going into the second map.
And I mean, yeah, looking at how that map ended in its first half, in that 9-3 fashion, how the Saints always love to be, I was looking at my imaginary watch and thinking, you know what? It's about time that the Saints just close this out. I've seen this so many times before. This is textbook for them. This 9-3 first half is going to end in a 13-3 second half. But wait, it didn't. And West Virginia were able to come back with what you said was an amazing run of, I believe it was like 6 to 7, possibly even
I think it was
more
8.
rounds. I mean, it was incredible to come back after that, ending their first one in 9-3. Now, they did come back from, as you mentioned before, 9-1. They took the last 2 rounds of the first half to themselves. And that last round, the very last round of the first half, Guck was able to find a very valuable 3K on the flank, just finding that little bit of time in between when Tillo was clearing that space and the rest of his team was following him up from behind, able to sneak in there and find those 3 picks to find them that closure to the first half, I think is what that set them up for the second half to start that run and to take as many rounds as they did.
Yeah, I feel like West Virginia really thrived off a couple of just hero plays from their teammates. I think 2 out of the 3 rounds that they won on the defensive end in that 9-3 half were just off the back of a couple of their players getting 3-4 kills on big plays, and it felt like those players really ignited the rest of the team. And then after that, it wasn't really too much hero play. It was a lot of very balanced team play from West Virginia. They used their utility well. Everybody was getting kills left and right, but let's stop talking about the previous map. Let's get into the next one. It's going to be Haven, and we're going to see mirror team compositions here coming out for both sides.
You know, when I was talking about Haven on our first map, expecting to go to it in second, talking about what our picks would be here, I think this is exactly what I expect out from the Saints, an exact mirror comp. And you know what? It works for them. And what I love to see, and like why I love to see this, is because this is a pure show of talent.
Yeah.
This isn't anything to do with the difference in agents. This isn't anything to do with basically what utility you have to you over the other team. This is an equal match of utility, agents to agents, abilities to abilities, and it is going to be all on team composition, team communication, and how you play this map.
Yeah, and one thing I was about to say, but I forgot, the fact that the team compositions were so different in the last map, it could have thrown the Saints off guard. They might not be too used to playing against a Yoru on that map, or maybe something else. But yeah, as you said here, mirrored compositions. It's going to be just who has the better aim, who has the better strategy. It's going to be interesting how each team plays this. It's another map with 3 bomb sites, and we saw how it went the last time. The attacking teams were just so strong. Are you expecting the same kind of dominance from the attacking sides here, or you think the defense is going to have a little bit more agency?
I think the defense is going to be stellar from both teams here. I'm looking at the ciphers on both sides. Instinct and A77 are definitely going to be key in those defensive roles, but a key agent and a key player that I'm looking at here is Truth. We didn't see Truth light up as many times as we would have expected on Lotus, but going over to Haven, I feel like this is his home. I feel like he loves this map and he plays very well on this map, and I'm looking to see him shine in this second game. Now, West Virginia versus your St. Clair Saints varsity team. It looks like they're going to be starting out on the defense. Let's see how they start out the pistol round.
Yeah, the pistol round's so important. If the Saints could win this round, would be beautiful, but fair. Getting way too aggressive, going to be going down without finding any kills, and it's a full-on 5-stack rush here for West Virginia University. But look at the swing from Tillo and Chillin. They find a couple. Have to be careful here. They're getting rushed down. Chillin going to be falling down. Still alive in that corner is Tillo, but the Saints need to come help him and help him quickly. He's going to be falling down, but nice shots from Instinct. Picks up one. It's a 2-on-2. Can Instinct find the kill there? No, not going to be able to find the reload. Comes through. Gucci picks up one, but it's a one-on-one scenario. As Truth was able to pick up Inox. Bomb is still in the hands of a Gucci, who can rotate anywhere he wants, and just like that, it's going to be a complete one-on-one scenario with the health bars pretty low as well.
Yep, Gucci now has the bomb and is running quickly over to this C site. Gonna drop it down now, and now Truth is going to figure out very soon that he is all the way on the other side of the map, now running for his life. Has the ghost in hand, has a little bit of health, still more health than Gucci has, and looks like Gucci's going to be playing very off the site here. Looks like he might find Truth. Truth definitely spotted him out, but does he figure out where he is? The fault line's going to come through, but Gucci dodges it, and now looks like a pistol round. Looking to find it, and Truth is able to answer and find the final kill, and now he's going to get the bomb defuse as well. And what did I say?
Yeah.
He loves to play this map. He loves to play Haven, and this is his home. Truth is starting out strong for the Saints.
I mean, you predicted it perfectly, White. You said Truth needed to make some plays here for the Saints, and that was a huge play there. The pistol round, when they were struggling so much on the defensive end last map, gives them an advantage immediately to start off the second map. What a play there by Truth, and definitely an important round for the Saints. Now they're going to be able to buy up some weapons, a couple Spectres, and Outlaw for Fair, who I'll definitely expect to be overseeing some long sight lines here. And let's see how the Saints decide to play their second defensive round. The dart's going to come through, spots out absolutely everybody. Now the Saints know what's coming. It doesn't look like West Virginia, though, are going to be changing their plan here. Looks like they're going to go in for this a push. The Saints can choose to pinch from the sides here. Instinct has to be careful here. There is a player up mid, just destroys the camera, decides to play with his life. So far, a pretty slow round. It looks like West Virginia looking to rotate back around.
Enoch's exploring a little bit up there on the A site, trying to find out a little bit of information to support the rest of his team, but the rest of his team is just going to be scurrying their way up to B, looking to drop this tripwire now and going to alert the entire Saints squad of where they are. Looks like it's going to come through now. The dart as well to follow. A smoke out from Chillin is going to find the front of the site, but does not find anybody blocked off. And now the entire West Virginia squad are on the site, and it looks like they are going for the hunt. They are off of the site now, gathered up, going to try to find anybody they can, or just try to stay as a unit, as they have the spike down and they'll be able to play the post plant, but it looks like they're going to play a little more aggressively, looking for those kills.
Starting the defuse. Nobody's there from the side of West Virginia to really contest this defuse. They're going to throw out some shock darts, but there it is. Saints get the defuse. They do drop 3 members, though. Tillo picks up a 1, but will fall down after picking up a second. Overall, it's not the worst round there for West Virginia. They get the plant down. They find some big kills to take some important weapons out of the hands of the Saints. And, you know, if I'm West Virginia, I'm definitely not too hateful of the round, but still, it's a round win for the Saints, and a very important one at that.
You know, I think I'm agreeing with Seth there in the back, their coach, definitely with his hands in the air. Like, what did we just witness? How did they play that? Dropping down the spike and then playing off of the site, trying to wrap around, but they didn't wrap around fast enough. Just allowing Fair to get the defuse like that. This is definitely a free one in the pockets of the Saints. And now into this third round, West Virginia, they can't let the Saints get this lead that they did before, because if they do, I don't think they're going to be as lucky as they were last time to try and find some hero plays to get them back in the game.
I must agree with you, especially since this is the defense for the Saints. This is where I would say their only struggles really show up on offense on any map. It seems like they can really do whatever they want, go wherever they want, and take any bomb site. But on defense is where they've really had some issues here and there, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case here. On the second map, looks like they've hit their stride, and now Fair walking up way too deep again on this A site will get taken down. Just hasn't worked out for him, that push. It seems like West Virginia University very ready for those A site flanks. I think that kill is going to set up a big push on this A site.
Yeah, Truth, Tillo, and Chillin have got to be ready for this, as West Virginia are ready to execute soon. Looks like the flash will come out from Enox, as it does now, and Dinks is up there to lead the charge. Truth drops the fault line, but looks like he's going to take down one, but easily gets traded out by Guk. And now, looks like Chillin's got the pop shotgun, finds one, looking to find a second. He doesn't find anybody else, but he finds one, and now A77 is there to clear him out. West Virginia have the player advantage, and it's all up to Instinct and Tillo to try to find this round left. Instinct going to be going up top while Tillo stays down low. Looks like he's going to drop the cage as well to give him a little bit of space to peek out and figure out where these West Virginia players are. One's playing off the back and two are playing underneath Instinct's feet, and now looks like he's gonna back off and just reconnect with Tillo as he starts to clear these angles. This bomb is definitely ticking down, and now the fault line out from Enox is not going to be enough to spot him out. Tillo finds one, looks to find A77, but cannot find him. And now Instinct looks like he's just going to back up right now. He has the Vandal, he's going to save it, and the bomb is going to blow up. And now West Virginia take one to the scoreboard.
A good round there from West Virginia. They found their pick, and retaking that A site down members is just too hard to do. Their Saints going to opt to save one Vandal for themselves and look at the bigger picture. It's a bonus round there from the Saints, not one that they're expecting to win. Obviously one that they definitely want to win, but it's a pretty normal Valorant. Whoever wins the pistol usually gets the second, and then the third one kind of goes back in the favor of the team that lost the initial pistol round. But now we're going to have all weapons on deck. Everybody affording a full buy. We're going to see some big ultimates coming online. That Breach ultimate's very, very early. Pillow just going to use that ultimate, spraying that someone gets caught in it, but nobody's there. It looks like a full-on garage push here from the side of West Virginia University, and they're going quickly, and I mean quickly, but a lot of damage going to come through. Gucci, though, flies through, picks up Fair again, and another one going to fall down as Dinks picks up Truth. I mean, West Virginia's utility play has been stellar as they have full control of the C-site.
Enos is going to drop the spike now, and now it's all up to Saints to try and play the retake. They are 2 players down to the 5 on West Virginia, but it looks like they're not going to go for it. It looks like they're just going to try to save. Tillo is all the way on the other side, and it looks like they are just going to let West Virginia take this one, but not if Excite has anything to say about it. It looks like he's hungry for it. It looks like he's trying to spot them out, but might just catch some bad timing there from Instinct, unless Instinct doesn't even try to find any kills. He's just going to stay in his spawn now, and they're just going to let the bomb explode.
I mean, it seems like West Virginia's playbook has just been complete unleashed these last few rounds. Have looked so easy, where the Saints just fully give up, not even trying to recontest. Great job from West Virginia University, I have to say so myself, and they might be looking to hit their stride on offense. We saw this last game where they just went on a rampage on the offense, finding any play they wanted. I mean, if you're on the side of the Saints, you definitely can't let that happen again.
No, you can't, and you've got to start getting some rounds back in your favor. West Virginia have now been able to met the 2 that St. Clair were able to grasp onto early. Those 2 defuses now evenly matched with West Virginia's 2 bomb explosions. But now they got to answer back here, or West Virginia will be able to take this second map and send it over to this third game. But that is little to be said in the future. We have to focus on the now, and right now it looks like West Virginia are pushed up very far around this A site now. Dinks and Gucci there trying to spot out Fair, tags him a little bit, but lives to tell the tale, staying on that A site as a threat. And now what I am surprised is not happening is Tillo does not take a lot of space up that C long corridor. He doesn't find any value from there. He just decides to stay on to the back and play to whatever West Virginia can bring onto them, but it looks like it's going to work out for Truth as he finds it very close quarters. Dink onto Excite, finding the first blood of this round, and now it looks like West Virginia are going to go towards this C site. Now, Instinct has a lot of utility set up there, which they may have to try and get through, but we'll see if that happens. Saints are right now expecting something in the mid towards B or A, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. The utility is dropped out now. Dinks is going to take a lot of space off of them, and now the spike is going to get dropped as well, and Saints are soon going to realize where it is exactly West Virginia are playing to, and now they've got to start to answer back, and they've got to start to retake the site.
Yeah, no flanks coming up from the Saints. Finally, that Sova gonna go there. Cypher Trip will let them know that's there. Saints have a 5-on-4 advantage. They should definitely look to use their numbers as well as they can. Instinct looking for the wall bang, cannot find it. As time is ticking here for the Saints, they don't have all day. Nice stun here onto Dinks. Do they have any ideas in that corner? Sheriff shots coming through, finding a couple kills. No, misses there. Dinks finds 3, but he's the only one left remaining as there were trays left and right. Dinks looking for the ace on that jet. It's Dinks against Tillo. He's going to be able to pick it up. A clean ace there from Dinks, taking out the entire team all by himself, and a huge play for West Virginia University.
Indeed, as the character says, Dinks said, "Watch me, watch this," and he was able to light it up, find an ace of his own, and now St. Clair and West Virginia are equal in the ace game. I mean, definitely not equal in the games game, but equal in the ace game, which something else someone cares about in the world. But right now we got to focus on the game. West Virginia have taken the lead so far, 3-2, and now St. Clair Saints, they have some utility to deal with. They have a Rolling Thunder in the hands of Truth, and Fair almost has got his knives popped, which I think he'll be able to find over on A once he grabs that ultimate orb. And now this is going to be a very big challenge for West Virginia to try to get through both of those ultimates, as it looks like they're anchoring towards a C push, but they are hesitant right now. They are considering all of their options.
Yeah, they're taking it slow. I mean, it seems like West Virginia really have some good plays drawn up on the offense here. They know what they're doing. They know if they don't find any picks early, let's rotate over here, let's do this, let's do this. And Saints have just not been ready for it. It seems like West Virginia very easily have been able to get into whatever bomb site they want, but it looks like this time that won't be the case. They're looking to push through Garage here, but Saints have 3 members near the C site. And let's see if West Virginia pulled the trigger here. Saints have to stay patient. Don't need to over-rotate, make any aggressive plays, as the drone's going to get stunned up. There's Truth trying to find some kills. I wouldn't re-peek that if I were you. Try and get out of there, Truth, and he does on 7 HP. Thankfully stays alive, but now the push onto C is in full fruition. There goes the jet, dashing in. Instinct though has to be careful. Gonna get taken down, is chilling, and 1 HP left on Truth. I mean, again, West Virginia doing a great job of pushing in, but Saints still very much on this side. Instinct looking to find the shots, but won't be able to find it. A nice kill there by the Omen, and there goes a Truth. Everybody falling here for the Saints. Fair does find a single kill, but I think he's going to look to save this operator as Tillo falls down. It's another beautiful attacking round from West Virginia as they easily dismantle the Saints defense.
Not if Gucci has anything to say about it. Tries to take that operator away from Fair, but quickly smacks him out of the ballpark. And now, with 3 players left, going to try to get this operator out, but Fair is just too quick with it. It's just amazing with the operator, and has also got the knives, but definitely won't look to pop them. Is getting cornered a little bit from both angles. Has got to find a couple kills right now. Finds one, almost found a collateral onto it. Tries to find Dinks, but Dinks just has the better pistol for the job. The shorty in hand finds West Virginia another round to their excessive lead.
Yeah, when you look at the body language of the Saints, they look very stressed out, like normally a team that's feeling very good about themselves. You could see the hands are on the head, and I think Seth is getting the team a little bit of a pep talk now. Let's see if he's able to really turn things around for them, because, I mean, if I had to say so myself, they're really struggling to win rounds. They won the pistol, they won the second round, but since then, West Virginia has been just getting whatever they want. And, I mean, if this continues, West Virginia, I mean, they're playing well enough to take this map.
Steph has definitely got to get the boys back in their right mindset. And I mentioned this before earlier, is if you can analyze your opponent to the T and understand how to get into their heads, That's what West Virginia have been doing. They know how the Saints like to play, and they have got a textbook full of counter plays to play against them. And this is the result. This is what we are seeing. We are seeing the Saints put in a situation that they are not normally found in. We are seeing Tillo hands on heads, trying to focus up, trying to push all of that behind him to get into this game and claim some more rounds to them, as West Virginia are bringing the power, but St. Clair Saints, they've got to match it.
They've got to match it. It's a save round here for the Saints, though. I mean, what do you think? Will Fair pop his knives and go for a hero play, try and really give Saints a round when they need it the most? That's going to be the play here. Full on push into the spawn, but West Virginia have them read like a book. They're going to be walking towards this A site, and with the weapons that the Saints have, I doubt there's going to be much resistance. I mean, Dink's just going to fly into this site. Pillow needs to find some kills here. Does spot out one, and that's going to be a nice kill, but somehow dies through the smoke there. If he's able to live, Saints have some life in this round. They still do with those jet knives, but with the plant going down, make it on 4-4 and retaking the east side. Be such a hard play, but they're gonna look to push through. The jet is low in that corner, but doesn't get peeked out first. Still 2-for-2 trade. Saints very much in this round. Can they find the clutch? A77 and Dinks, the ones alive. Chillin' and Truth don't have the best weaponry for this situation, and there go the kills to West Virginia University. Another great round coming out from them.
Yep, now 5-2 for West Virginia. They are moving great so far in this second game, and I mean, it's worked out for them. And Saints, we said it before, we'll say it again, they are looking shocked right now. They are looking a little mad at themselves because Saints, they're normally found in the situation where they have these stellar leads and great games, great 2-0s in this season, in this league. But now to find that they are on the back foot and they are on the verge of finding a game 3, something they haven't seen a lot in this league, is only going to be a little shell shocked for them. As, pardon me, I'm a little shell shocked myself. Excite just finds Fair right off the bat with that ultimate. Now Truth has got to find some value himself, but gets quickly sprayed out by A77. I mean, the sprays have just been absolutely phenomenal out from West Virginia, and now Excite going to find the plant again, and it's all up to Chillin' and Instinct. Finds A77, looking to find another one, but it's just going to back off a little bit, relieve some pressure, and now might just look to keep his crosshair on this angle and allow West Virginia to take this 6th game, and that's just going to continue their lead. That's just going to continue the snowball effect and just create an even higher mountain for St. Clair Saints to climb later.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a huge play by Excite. Kind of instantly wins his team the round by taking out the Jet with the Operator, who was holding down that A site. And Saints have had no response to West Virginia's play so far. I mean, West Virginia have looked far, far superior in this second map so far on the attacking side. St. Clair, I mean, they've just been outclassed on every single level. The pure mechanics have been good from West Virginia. Their play calls have been amazing. And I mean, St. Clair just haven't found a single stop since those first few rounds. I mean, this is not looking good for the Saints. What's something they really need to do to slow down this push? As Dinks, it's 15-3 on that Jet.
Dinks is definitely one of the biggest challenges West Virginia is for the Saints. Like, I think what has to happen right now is you've got to get your players like Truth and Tillo to start lighting it up. You've had Fair, who's been very aggressive, trying to discover where exactly West Virginia are going, and has been great at putting the aggression to them, but it seems like Truth has still been a little quiet throughout these rounds, and I'd love to see him light up as Fair lights up now, finds one and quickly gets out of there, as he is totally afraid of those sprays and of that spray through that smoke that West Virginia